unprecedented. At least in my case, I haven't done this in my whisper videos yet. I've watched videos where people, list off, certain collections of items that they have, like, what is it, like a Danish vlog, showed her collection of makeup that she has, which is like 3 or 4 videos long. It's probably just 3, but yeah. And, people list off their favorite artists, things like that. So, since I'm such a music geek, and music is like my life, it would be only natural if I did a video that where I showed you my collection of sheet music, specifically choral sheet music. So there's that binder, which is pretty thick. Sorry. There's that binder, which is really thick. And then there's this one, which isn't all that thick, but still has a lot of music in it. So, as you can imagine, that is a lot of music. So I thought I'd start with this one. This is the newest binder that or the most recent binder that I put together. I put this together like a month or so before school started, during the summer. I've designated this to be my Renaissance music binder. So it has stuff from, all the great Renaissance composers, like Glasses and Josquin, and of course I've got a few pieces by Bird. And yeah, I'll just show them to you. So, and a lot of these I've printed off from the internet, from the Choral public domain library. So these are legal copies of Renaissance music. So don't worry about that. So, so this first piece is probably the most famous Renaissance piece. This is Miserere Mei Deus, composed by Gregorio Allegri. Supposedly he composed this around 1630, which was actually right around the end of the Renaissance era in music history, and they were kind of making the transition to the Baroque era. Surprisingly, you can't really tell that from listening to it, because a lot of the harmonies are still traditionally, Renaissance style. So it's surprising that he wrote this, that late in the period. Anyway, so that's the first piece I have. So it's, he wrote it for 2 choirs, and a tenor solo. So the way this piece works is it starts out with choir 1, which is, you probably can't see it, but it's SSATB, so soprano 1 and 2, and then alto, tenor, and then bass. So they kind of have like this introduction basically all one note here. So it's kind of like a, what do I want to say, like a recitative, kind of, I don't know, there's probably a different word for it. I don't know. And then choir 2 comes in. And choir 2 is made up of soprano 1 and 2, alto, bass. So there's no tenor part in choir 2. Sorry, this is probably going to end up having to be in several parts. But that's not a problem. So, choir 2 does their thing. And it's usually more quiet because in performances of this, what they usually do is they have the first choir kind of, center stage. And then there's a video of the Tallis Scholars, or it was like the greatest Renaissance group ever. The Tallis Scholars performing this piece, and what they did was they have choir 1 in center stage in the center of the cathedral, and then they had 2 tenors about 10 or 15 feet away doing the tenor solo, I guess. And then choir 2 was like way over at like the back end of the cathedral. And since, the acoustics in the cathedrals are typically very, very good, you would be able to hear the voices, but it would sound like it was coming off from like far off, which it was, but it was just kind of like this response kind of thing. That's what this piece is. It's a call and response, back and forth, and it just repeats like that over and over. Pretty much the same pattern. And, eventually get to the end, where both choirs sing together. Last chord. Yeah, I'm a nerd for music. This piece is Ave Maria by William Byrd. I actually don't know very much about this piece. I've never sung it, and I've never heard it performed. So, I'm not exactly sure what it sounds like. I mean, I can try to, read it off and, see what it sounds like, but I'm not going to do that right now, obviously. But this is for 5 voices. Yeah, of soprano, alto, 2 tenors, and then bass. So, yeah. And then I have Byrd's Mass for 5 voices. The entire thing. And it's pretty cool that I'm able to find this entire thing on the internet. It's great. And it seriously is a beautiful mass. I want to get these other 2 masses too, which are for 3 voices and 4 voices. This is another famous piece by William Byrd, Vigilante. This is made famous by the Tallis Scholars. Yeah, I don't know too much about this piece either. I mean, I've heard it before, but I haven't sung it. I found the translation. Yeah. Watch ye therefore, for you know not when the Lord of the house cometh, at even or at midnight, November of 2009, I believe. And it's all in English, and he wrote it as a, yeah, it says up here, it says an elegy for Thomas Tallis, who died November 23rd, 1585. And he wrote it because Thomas Tallis was like his mentor, and they worked together for many years. Yeah, so, I mean, Bird was about almost 40 years younger than Tallis. Yeah, so, you know, Tallis kind of came first, and then Bird came, you know, soon after. And, so he and William Bird were kind of like twins, pretty much. You know, they kind of drew off of each other in their compositions. There's a part in here where it says, Tallis is dead, and music dies. Which is very emotional. I can only imagine what he was going through when he was writing this, knowing that his teacher was dead. This one is another gorgeous piece. This is Ego Flos Campi, written by Clemens non Papa, Jacobus Clemens non Papa. And I don't know too much about him. He's one of the lesser known composers of the Renaissance era. But he was kind of around the same time period as Tallis, I guess, and Palestrina. So this is for 6 voices, or no wait, 7. Soprano 1 and 2, alto, tenor 1 and 2, and bass 1 and 2. And this is also a really gorgeous piece. We sang this in Tallis Scholars Summer School last summer. And yeah, it's just beautiful.